What's up, flock? Feenix Feather here, and welcome back to another FS911 video. Now, this video is just going to be me talking to you. There's not going to be any calls, but I'm going to be showing off some really cool stuff. So, if you guys are looking for the group videos where we do the calls and all that, this won't be the video for you. Just wait until next week or week after. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Anyway, I want to apologize for there being no FS901 for what, 2-3 weeks now. Things got crazy with vacation, and then Game of Thrones came on, and I'm a huge Game of Thrones fan. My wife and I resubscribed to HBO. We got HBO now just to watch the last season. Like, that's how dedicated we are. We also discovered a new show, but anyway. Oh, just run right into me, why don't you? But I wanted to just apologize for that. There was supposed to be one last week, but I had said something. I corrected it through text and everything, and rendered the video, and then that changed again. So I was like, you know what? And plus, my little one we're still having, she's still a little bit sick. I'm recording this actually the night that it was supposed to go live, so it's last week, so stuff's probably changed already yet, but I'm sticking to it. This video is going live. I freaking swear it. Things just go, nothing goes to, like, stays on track anymore. It's just, I don't know. But anyway, group video should return next week with the Game of Thrones. That's why I said something about Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones came on Sunday night, but our group recording night Sunday night. So we're gonna hit some the Sunday prior to you seeing this. Were all these trees always here? Jeez, you can tell I don't pay much attention. We're gonna hit some 5M, and then the Sunday after this video goes live, we'll be doing some FS901. So there should be group videos next week. Keyword should. Again, nothing ever goes to plan anymore. But I want to give you guys an update on the departments, what I've been working on, all that jazz. So let's get into it. And let's go first with Outcast City. Now, there's a lot of cool stuff that, Chief and Cody and Ryan from Rigid Apparatus put out. And, I mean, there's a lot of awesome stuff. But the whole purpose of Outcast City has always been to kind of replicate what my hometown has. Everything you see that I've worked on that we use in Outcast City is all somewhat like my hometown city. So someone's like, can you add the Rosenbauer ladder to Outcast City? No. Can you add a Rosenbauer engine to Outcast City? No. Not unless my hometown actually gets one, and then we can talk about it. We can see what we have to kind of replicate that. But Outcast City will always be based off my hometown. That's why I've been working on some other departments to try to be able to use a little bit more of the equipment. But yeah, I want Outcast City to just remain my hometown, as close to my hometown as possible. So we have Command 50 here, which I just finished today, and there seems to be an issue with it. I don't know why the light bar is down so low. I don't know what happened there. And these, I think, were on the outside. I need to move them back out. And then the ones on the trunk just don't appear whatsoever. So I don't know what it did there. But Command 50, there it is. I've been saying I'm going to been working on it for I don't know how long. Finally finished it. It looks good to me. I like it. We have A50, which I still need to fix. For those of you who are like, why is it like that? There you go. Right there. That's why it's like that. I have a rigid body checked on the cab, so I gotta go in there and turn that off, and that should fix that. But A50 is set. It almost looks almost just like the actual ambulance. So yeah, I'm happy with it. 51 Chief did, based off my hometown. He actually modeled it to a T. Looks perfect. Not going to change. 52, I do have a project. Once I finish another project I'll talk about later in the video, I'm going to be swinging around. Ryan from Rigid Apparatus has hooked me up with a really good looking modeled version of the actual 52 in my hometown. This was just a Frankenstein I bashed together from a couple of Chiefs mods, his Kenworth tanker, and then his Enforcer cab, like the original Enforcer cab he put out. So with Ryan sending me that, I really, that's like my top priority once I finish this other project, because this other project's going into a public server. So I'm trying to finish that and then make my way back to 52, because 52 is by far my favorite, like my favorite engine that I've seen IRL. So that's why I really want to finish it. But for now, we still have 52. 54, again, identical to my hometown. Don't need to change anything. Tower 50 is finally complete. Cody had hooked me up. Right before I left for vacation, I sent him over the files. I was like, because I told him once I was finished, I'd send it over to him. I was like, I ain't gonna be able to finish it anytime soon. He finished it, sent it back to me. I can't thank him enough. It's identical practically to my hometown, so I'm super happy. It's finished. So of everything we've seen so far, the only thing that's not finished is I gotta fix Commands 50 lights. I screwed something up there, and 52 is gonna be redone. Everything else is done. Finito. Let me hit F5 one more time to get rid of the lights. By the way, we do have a new station. So that station became very small it's always been very small for this lineup. So I needed something bigger. It's kind of like a throwback to the original FS901 videos. You remember the big red shop we were using? This is it. They just retextured it and then added a square rectangle at the top, and made it look like it was 2-story. And I did some changes to it. It had like a gray floor. I put a blue floor, like my hometown. They have a blue floor with the yellow parking lines. I put parking lines in for Tyler. He's been complaining for I don't know how long. He wanted parking lines, so we finally got parking lines, so he can shut up. So some interior decorations and all that. So yeah, we'll have starting the new group video. We'll have a new station to work out of. On the back side here, Rescue 50 is finally complete. Chief released that one. This is again identical to my hometown, so it's done, finished, wrapped up. Brush 50 will be going through a makeover whenever I get my hands on the proper stuff. Chief said he's going to work on the bed for me. So once that's done, I can easily swap the beds on these, and it would be good to go. But until then, this would be the Brush 50 we use. This will be C50, because C50 is actually an older cab Freightliner, but I haven't seen any of those out currently. So I'm using the newer, what was actually B50. I'm using it as C50 because B50 got replaced with the Ford. So this is another one of my mashup Frankenstein things that didn't really work. I personally do not like it. I think it looks really jank. Chief was working on one, and as soon as he finishes it, again, that's going to go in and replace this. But I might just finish this and just have it as a backdrop for now. I don't know. But this will be the new B50. So on the back side, the only things we have to work on is Brush 50 and B50. So that leaves a total of Command 50. It's pretty much done. Just got to figure out what's going on with the lights. 52 is going to be redone. Brush 50, the bed's going to be redone, and ambulance B50 needs to be redone completely. So four away from finishing my hometown department. I'm so happy. So with the old building, this is probably won't making into any of the group videos because it's too much, wasted, I guess, space. But when I'm in the solo videos, what I really would like to use this building for is kind of like a museum. So just kind of have some of the older trucks on display. We have Chiefs Mack, we have Eric's Ford, and then we have Bear County's old Ford. So I just thought that was cool, so I thought I'd include that. So that is Outcast City Fire Company as it stands. We'll get in. As I'm updating stuff, I will let you guys know in between the group recording videos and such. So there's that. So let's drive over to Greendale's trucks. We don't take roads because we're awesome. So Greendale, Greendale. How do I put this? Greendale kind of fell through after the first group recordings we used the stuff in. So here we are. We still have two engines that are complete, which is the Seagrave and the Pierce Velocity. They're not done. Everything else is done. I'm really happy with this. This is my second favorite project I've ever worked on. With the new department's tanker being my favorite, this is by far my second favorite. I love this truck. This truck might end up being repurposed, and I'll talk about that later in the video. But right now, it really serves no purpose other than, to be a backup ladder on Outcast City. Because we're not gonna. I don't think I'm ever gonna do a full Greendale roleplay department. I don't know. I don't know. This one, this is actually not even gonna stay. This is once I finish another project, this is going away. I just gotta reskin it, and I'll show you that, guys, in a few. The truck this is based off of, I now have the actual model that Chief sent me, so this is going to be quickly replaced. This is not done yet. I don't know their engine number, so I'm just going to keep calling it this. So this truck is painted. It's not done. Again, I kind of lost motivation on this department. I love the color scheme. I love the ambulances. I love the tower. The engine's not so much. This engine here, the real life counterpart, got sold off to, I think, a company, a fire department in was it Oregon? I don't remember. But this truck doesn't even exist. The real life counterpart, which was a Kenworth T, I think a T like 400 or 600, I don't remember. Crew cab. This truck does no longer exist. So this truck I finished because it was different. I really wanted to use the Freightliner cab, but unfortunately this truck doesn't show upright in multiplayer. Like the cab was missing and everything, so we had problems with that. And then the ambulances, which I love the ambulances, they showed up green. Like the whole thing showed up green for some reason. So there's definitely some multiplayer problems with this pack. That's why I guess I kind of lost steam in it. And plus another more important project came along. And of course everything going on in personal life. But this is as it stands. I'll probably come back and finish this up one day. But when, I just don't know. I still haven't figured out what I'm going to do for a brush for this department. I'm a slacker. So let's go over to the new stuff that I've been putting all my focus on. Oh, we got to turn here. Just take out a sign, take out a couple poles. That's all good. So the other project that's kind of been put on the back burner, which I now have a bed that I could use for it. So you're going to see a couple of those here and there. It's not something I'm going to be using for like the FS91 videos or anything. It's just my own personal, I kind of want to just play with them. Is the Baltimore City pack that I was talked about a long time ago on Instagram. This, I finally got a bed. They use these short little beds on them. I'm going to swap the Seagrave out for a Pierce. But that is on the back burner because I got a new project that I've been wholeheartedly focused on. This other department, this one's just gone. I really want to try to make a department that I could use the Rosenbauers based off my hometown, or not my hometown, another town in my state. And I had one going, which was going to be a Rosenbauer tanker, a Rosenbauer engine, a couple other stuff. And since I've been working on it, this engine or this tanker for another department, I was like, this is pretty much going bye-bye. So this department is now not going to happen. I just put it in here to show you guys what I've, where I started in my idea, my thinking, and what it turned to. So over here, the white and black that you see is the new department I'm building for Chief Server. Now this is why the video didn't go live last week, because I said this was going to be the video, and then I read that he had stopped the server, and I was like, oh, so that's not going to happen. I'm going to be doing this and this and this, and then it got reversed. Like, I guess you should never put stock in stuff you read online, because then he messaged me. He's like, oh no, I'm waiting until I get my paycheck, and then I'm going to restart it up. So tis confusion. Everything from that point on was just kind of wonky in the video. So I figured, let's not put that up. Plus, I've made a bunch of improvements on the stuff since then. So I wanted to just redo this whole part. So first things first, let's start with the command, which again is it's sort of based off my hometown. I'm pretty sure you guys can see it. You have the duty officer on the fender. The back fender is command 6, kind of reminiscent of my department, my hometown departments. And it's the new paint scheme, the white or the black over white with the gold leaf running along the black. I really, really, really like that coloring. That's something that just came to me. Now that somebody has sent me the picture of one of their trucks, their department's trucks, and it's pretty much identical to it. But it came to me. I found a picture of a Canadian truck that was like a lighter, like almost like a darkish gray over white, and I was like, oh, I really like that. And then I started doing it up, and then I was like, you know what? What if we put some gold leaf around it? And I was like, oh, that looks so good. So that's how it came about. It's not based off when I started. It's not based off any certain department. There's a couple of departments that subscribers have, showed me that it kind of fits their skate paint scheme. But this is something I just came up with out of the blue. So there's that. This was the first project in it, and as you can see, it's come a long ways from that to this. So this was the first project in the first truck in the project that I completed. And this is my new favorite project. Next up would be the Greendale ladder, but I freaking love this. It is, I don't know why, it just freaking looked awesome. So the new department is going to be Black Forge Fire Department, volunteer fire department. It's going to be going into Chief Server. It's a public server. If you sign up to join, that is, it's not like open for everyone. So I've been building some trucks from parts that I can use publicly, and once it's all done, it's going to be put in there. I'm going to be running my own department. My thing with joining public roleplay groups is I could be a bit of a distraction. And for those of you who watched the first time I joined Chief Server, that's, you had a bunch of, hey Feenix, hey Feenix, hey Feenix, which gets annoying. And it got annoying for a couple of people that messaged me afterwards that that was kind of too much for them. And I don't like that. I don't like being a distraction. I just want to come in, be one of the guys, join and play. So the idea behind it was, if I created my own department, just kind of off on the side, not bothering anybody, I can come in, I can assist with calls, like my department can assist the main department with calls and such. So Chief was like, I was already thinking that idea, kind of, making another department that, just a smaller department. He's like, you can take that over, and we'll run that whenever you're in. So I said, you're in. So that is the current game plan with it. I'm gonna have my own department. Does it make me more apt to join so I'm not, you know, disturbing an established role play. That's one of the reasons why I haven't hopped in United RP's group yet, or their server yet, because I just don't want to be like a you know, throwing a wrench in the system. I just want to be, I want everything to run smoothly. I don't know. I might not be making sense. Probably not. But anyway. So we have Tanker 6, which is a Rosenbauer. A lot of people were like, that looks just like Eric's. I got the blackout idea from Eric's, but it's two different beds. As you can see there, that's the side of that one. It's two different beds, but the blackout idea was definitely I robbed off of him, and seeing how awesome his looked, you know, lit a fire under my butt to get mine done. So boom, there it is. Actually, he lit a fire for me to do that one, and this was what came of it. So I hope you guys like it. I freaking love it. It's freaking awesome. So the idea behind the Black Forge Fire Department, I really want it to be like an older feel, like a more of a rural. Did I say that right? I don't know. Fire department, and I want this to be like the new truck. This is going to be the best, and then I'll use a lot of older stuff with it. So the first one is going to be, I was going to call it Rescue Engine 6, and correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm using it wrong, but it's not going to be Squad 6. So this is basically, I think I posted pictures of this. It might have even made it into a video before. I don't know, but Chief sent me over. This is Greenwood's engines. Is it 78.6? 78? I can't remember. So this is going to replace that Seagrave. Once I'm done with it, I'm going to retexture it and make it that truck. So you know there'll be an actual engine to go with the ladder. But this is how it. He sent it to me. It was all red. I've retextured it all. Put it in here, got it working, and this is what I've spent today doing. It doesn't look like much. You're like, you really didn't do much, but I took a lot of these pieces, and you see I still have things to work on, like the disappearing handle here, but I had to take a lot of stuff out, and I still have some more work to do, like the handles. To get it just right, I had to take a lot of stuff out and re-add it after I retextured it and all that stuff, but I got it looking really freaking good, if you ask me. The only thing that bums me out is I can't get the interior right. I've played around with it for like an hour. I've exhausted all my knowledge, so I'm going to have to break down and ask Chief about that one. See if he can fix it for me. But yeah, so we have lights and everything on this bad boy. Of course, they're going to stop. I put the rotators on, and it doesn't look right because the light bar he sent me, it's an actual rotator. Yeah, it's actually a rotator light bar, but he sent me, it had like LEDs in it. So I tried to take as much as the LED parts out without screwing up the base, and that's what I was left with. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way around that, because that is rather annoying. That bar there in the middle is actually the attached to the base there, so I gotta play around with it more to get it looking right, but I'm happy with it. I actually kind of like the rotators in there. That I still have to figure it out, but all the rest of the lights, with the exception of the rotators in the back, are done. So yeah, kind of happy with it. Still, I'd say it's about 50% done. Still a lot of work to do with it. But I'm happy with the way it's turning out. I think it looks freaking good. So this is going to be Squad 6. This is going to be like our rescue. I'm not going to run an actual rescue truck. So we're going to be running tanker, squad. Engine 6 is kind of up in the air. I was going to run this, but I changed my mind on it. This is just going to be like for parade purposes on, you know, like solo videos and stuff. So I have a couple different options, and I've talked to Chief a couple, like he's got a couple more ideas. thinking like an International 4900 engine for one. That I think that would look good. Or the other options would be this one, like the Enforcer cab with a this right here. I'll just retexture this. That's one of my options. And then the 4900, if Chief has that model for me. If he does, then it'll probably be that 4900 because it kind of fits the feel. I don't want everything looking like new. I want some stuff that looks old. So that would fit the feel better for what I'm going for. So we'd have Engine 6, Squad 6, Tanker 6, Command 6, and then what else? Oh, Medic 6 is right here. I'm going to go with the Dodge. I thought about maybe using this. Oh, this is the other option I had for Engine 6. Was Cody had done one where he took the grill off and it looked a little bit like an older style E1. So that was an option. I'm not sure about that one. I really want to get my hands on that 4900 though. And then this was the other option. I don't know if this has been released. This was a mod that Finley, the guy who did the Tahoes, and what else did he do? Oh, he did the F450 Squad. I think it was Squad that he did. That I was originally going to use for this pack, but it's too new. I wanted the bed to put on like an older style like Chevy cab. Didn't work out. So I was thinking about this one. If it's released, the only problem is the doors don't open, so you can't really role play that out. But I don't know. This or like an what's it, E450 cab, I think would go good for like a rural department. Just don't have the E450 cab, so that's another option. This is what I was thinking about using for brush. Again, it's too new, and this isn't released publicly, so I can't really do that. That's why that's sitting over here. That was the original engine, or yeah, this is going to be the original Squad 6, but then Chief sent me over this, so that's been replaced. That's why all that's sitting out here. So once this is all done, it's going to be going into the server, and if you play in the server, you'll have access. Oh, tower, or well, I'm thinking truck 6 or tower 6. I don't know what to call it yet. But there was this idea, and then there's the idea of having like another newer truck, a Rosenbauer, because Rosenbauers, from what I understand, are like the cheaper option for departments now. So I was thinking maybe this one or Greendale, as an option for our other truck, or our ladder truck. I don't know if I'm going to be running a ladder yet, but if I have to, it's either going to be that, Greendale, or this. So there's that. But I think I've covered everything. So there you go, guys. That's an update of what I've been working on, what's going on in FS91 and all that. Group videos should return next week if everything goes as planned. Knock on wood. But I'm going to go ahead and end this video here because I don't know if you guys can hear it. My throat is super dry and I'm having problems talking. So if you guys did like the video, be sure to leave a like down below. If you guys want to see future FS91 videos, be sure to click subscribe. And as always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. I will see you next time. Bye.